Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Hi, I'm Darissa, and I am the CEO. Excuse me, I'm having little problems with my throat again. Let's pray on that. I am the CEO and founder of God's Chosen Vessel, and I'm also the creator of the Embrace formula. So happy Saturday to everybody. I hope everyone's having a wonderful morning. I am. The sun is shining here in California, and it's a beautiful day. So welcome to the 28th episode of Embrace. I got to move that out the way. Somebody came on my screen. Of the Embrace formula. Word of the day, and I thank you for joining me. I really do. So this is a friendly reminder that this is not to take the place of your devotion or your morning prayer. This is just an exercise that we use to help us with our perception of things. Life comes at you, and sometimes it's good, and sometimes it doesn't feel so good. And so we're trying to get into the practice of meeting things head on and looking at them from a positive point of view and realizing that everything happens for our good. So to not panic when things happen, when they arise. So we practice pulling a word out of this glass. Good morning, Patrice. Good morning. We pull a word out of this glass, symbolic of life. Just kind of go into it a little blind, and we share our first thought. Or I share my first thought with you, and I hope that on your end you're doing the same. And so I just want to introduce myself again. Good morning, darling. Hope you're nice and refreshed. I am today for once. I am Darissa. Again, I am CEO and founder of God's Chosen Vessels, and I'm also the creator of the Embrace formula. Thank you for the love. I thank you for the hearts, and I thank you for taking the time to join me. So if you're not already following me, please press the little buttons down there, the little Perry guy. My Facebook family. I want to thank you for joining, because the Periscope is on here at the same time. I have both of you guys here in the house with me. Please follow me. I would appreciate that. So we're going to go ahead and pick our word this morning and pray that it's a beautiful word. I love beautiful words. This one is fear. Fear is our word of the morning. That's pretty good. I like that one. And we were talking about the symbolism. Okay, so just like I pulled this word, it's unexpected, and you're like, okay, what do I do with this? It's not necessarily a word with a lot of warm and fuzzies connecting to it. Yeah, fear can be a big one. A lot of us are walking around fearful of things. And maybe not fearful in the sense that it's traumatizing us or, paralyzing us from moving, but sometimes fear can be kind of subtle, But the first thing I'm thinking of when I think of fear is, in the Bible says, it mentions, at least I think it's really weird. Good morning, Big J. Big J's in the house. Good morning to you, brother. We picked fear this morning. And so fear can be a paralyzing thing. But I was saying I realized that fear is mentioned directly and also indirectly. I read, and you can Google it, at least 365 times in the Bible, which I think is really crazy because we have 365 days in the year. That's right. And he's not of fear. He's not of fear at all. He's not a God of fear. But I think it's so cool that we have a reminder at least every day of the year somewhere in the Bible to not be feared, to not be afraid, to fear not. It literally says fear not, or something that means fear not in the Bible. Our God is not, just like Brother Jay said, our God is not, he does not give us the spirit of fear. He's just not about fear. And when you think about it, we aren't to be fearful because of the simple fact that God is, in control of everything. He is a God of intention, and he is a God he's not a God of happenstance. And I yesterday I had mentioned in a scope how, when the apostles were out on the boat and the storm arose, they became fearful, even though they walk with Jesus every day. Good morning, Kay Riberio. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the hearts and for following, also for sharing. I really like that, the story of them being in the ship and being fearful. They had very little faith, even though Jesus was right there on the boat with him. He was down there in the bottom of the boat, chilling, sleep, snapping, catching up on some Z's. He was chilling. And it's like they had so much, like you said, little faith, Brother Jay, where which is amazing to me, because here they are walking with this man with their own eyes. They're witnessing the miracles and they're listening to his teachings. They know who he is, but in spite of that, they still got afraid. And I'm thinking, okay, you got him in the flesh. We really have to do that faith walk, because we don't have him in the flesh. So, we're the faith is that evidence of things not seen, but with them, it was a different story. They're walking with Jesus. And you're still afraid? I mean, they were really fearful for their life. And they're like, Master, carest not that we perish? What do you mean? What do you mean he doesn't care? What kind of question is that? I mean, to the point where he had to just get up and just say, okay, peace, be still. And we know the story. Then the storm ceased from existing. And so they had to feel very foolish, I would think. But it's really, they were only human. And so I'm not going to talk bad about the brothers, because we as believers too, I know there are times when we do the same thing. We know who he is. We know what he's capable of, but there are still times when this thing rears its ugly little head. And a lot of times it does that because we have allowed Satan to get in our ear. Because remember, our God is not a spirit, does not give us the spirit of fear. So who does? It's the enemy. And so the enemy's going to use that thing that you can be fearful of. He's going to constantly remind you of that thing. That's his job. Again, I think a couple of scopes back, we talked about, keeping our eyes on God. You got to keep your eyes on him, because if you take your eyes off of him and start looking at the situation and start listening to what the enemy's trying to get you to believe, you start getting fearful. You start getting fearful because you forget who he is, and not only who he is, who God is, but you forget whose you are. You are his. You are his child. You are his chosen one. You are his baby. And he's going to take care of you. And so this word has the potential of being paralyzing. It has the potential of getting us so wrapped up that we make decisions, say things, do things based out of this. Based out of this. And so when that happens, we forget to keep our eyes, stayed on Jesus, and, our heart stayed on him. And so this is a word that we'll just go and quote the Bible, where it's fear not. Good morning, LA. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you, everyone, for the hearts. And thank you for sharing. I really, really appreciate you this morning. So this is a good thing. It looks like it might not be, but we're going to add the word not to it. Fear not. Good morning, Periscope family. Oh, welcome on your first day. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. We are human, and there are going to be times when human emotions well up. I mean, it is what it is, but it's what you do with that thing. I know in the Bible somewhere, I can't remember where the verse is, where it's, we can be angry. It's what do you do with that anger? That can be the sin. The anger itself is not the sin. So, if there's several times, 365 times, that is directly or indirectly mentioned for us to fear not, then for that command to be made, I'm assuming that it's already assumed that there will be times when we will be fearful, but it's fear not. Okay, so now that you are fearing, fear not. That's what you're supposed to do. It's not necessarily, you're wrong for being fearful. You're only human. You're only human. He didn't make us perfect. So there's going to be those times. But once you get into yourself, when you get into those feelings of fear, then add the not to it. Add the not to it. And it should be an immediate thing. Get to the point where it's an immediate thing, because you remember who he is and you remember whose you are. Okay? So yeah, that's a pretty good word today. I like fear. I'm not going to be fearful of fear. Not at all. Not at all. I thank you all for the love. I thank you for the hearts. I thank you, my sister LA. I see you in the house, my dear. And I hope everyone is having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. I'm feeling really energetic today on this Saturday morning. Lord, for the last couple of nights, I have been going to bed at the wee hours of the morning, but he has tripled my sleep. I'm not increasing in the numbers that I'm actually have my head on the pillow. But for some reason, when I get up, he's multiplying that thing. Yeah, it is. He's multiplying that thing. So I feel like I've slept about 7 or 8 hours, even though in reality I haven't. But that's okay. I'm just gonna let him do what he do. It's okay with me. I'm not complaining. You guys have a wonderful day. Embrace your life and embrace your purpose. Cherish your time. God opened your eyes this morning, giving you another chance to get it right. Don't blow it, y'all. Go out there and try your best, make a difference. Now you need to get out and get some sunshine, girl, because it finally stopped raining. I'm hoping. So I have a baby shower to go to today. I don't know because hubby's at work, so I might not be able to make that. I've already told she's my my sister and her child. I call her. She's one of my sister women. We went to college together. We've been friends for like 30 years now. And so, so I can see him another day because I see him I try to see him as much as I can. So yeah, I'll send the gift. That's what I'm going to try to do. I really want to be there in purpose though, because they're like my nieces. And so I like to, that's a family thing. So I try to be involved as much as I can, but everybody knows the situation around here. So anyway, I'm going to try, even if it means walking and go to the mailbox and get the mail. I might even do that because, hey, for me, that's an outing. That and going to Walmart. So, hey, welcome to my world. You guys have a lovely day. A lovely day. Yep, take my time. That's it. I'm just going to enjoy it. Whatever comes my way, that's what we're going to do. Perception. You guys be blessed. Have a wonderful day. Love ya.